Well, good morning, breakfast lovers, Grant lovers. There was a radio show, it was on the Breakfast Club when I was probably was in the 50s or something like that. And they said, good morning, breakfast clubbers. Hello, how are you? I don't know. It's a stupid show. But that was before TV. I'm a pre-TV person, so now you know how old I am. But what I want to do now, I usually do these now for members and be live to help members. But our streaming on our Let's Go Help 2 site is having some technical difficulties with the people that run the site. You know, it's on Mighty Network, and they're really pretty good, but we're slowly learning it. So we screwed up a little bit and didn't apply for the right thing to keep going. So we got to straighten that out. We'll be there soon. But now, so I hope we have on YouTube both members and non-members, right? And also Instagram, I see we're on too. And that would be good. And so I may put some stuff on there and even go live or whatever, and just to try to educate as many people as possible, you know, about what's going on and the programs that are available to them. We have a little problem with one of our credit card processing. They think we're some kind of scammers or something. I guess if you use the word grant in anything, you're automatically suspect as a scammer. And I've been doing this 48 years, you know, and I fight that boogeyman all the time. But that's fine. Nobody's going to stop me. There's too many options in this country. And that's true with getting money. You know, everybody thinks, oh, I have to have a lot of money to do something and everything. And that's not true, because what you think you need to get is what people told you who sell you services to do that. And the stuff that's out there free, you know, that it doesn't cost you anything, you don't find, because, you know, you go to Google and you don't find the free stuff because Google gets paid if they show you somebody who's going to pay them. So everything, you know, their most important thing is probably to show you people that are going to pay them. Now, I'm sure they could probably say something else, but it's natural in the robots. I mean, you see that. Try to find it. If you know the exact name of something, then you'll get there. But it's hard to know the exact name. And that's right. So you sort of like grants. If you put in grants, okay, well, see, that's not the exact name for getting free money from the government. That's one of the names, but that only represents 20% of the free money that the government gives out. So you're missing 80% of the money. And so that's what we do. We show you the organizations where you live that are in the business to solving your financial problem. You hear that? And they don't sell you anything. They solve it for free, with money, with help, or whatever. They don't advertise, so you don't know it's there. So whether you want to start a business, you want to get out of debt, you want to buy a house, you have healthcare problems, you want to get a job, all these organizations that are nonprofit or government are there to help you do that for free, either give you money or free services. And that's what we teach people about, is how to use these services. And the community, oh, Shirley, are you a member of Let's Go Help? Yeah, good. Now I'm going to I have a list of about 7 or so new programs for today. Today, and that is going to be available in the description below, okay? Actually, I see a message just come up because I'm fighting with Skype, the people, and they think I'm some other kind of business or whatever. And the great marketing guy I work with, he says, I'm looking at the wrong thing, you old fart. So that's the problem we get. You jump to conclusions that are probably wrong. You forget stuff and everything. So in other words, so make sure you're watching this on YouTube. Get this link on the bottom, and of course we'll send it to members, and members always get everything for free. Okay, and so let me go through this list so you know the kinds of things. So again, my caveat on this is that the programs and the links that I have down there may not work for where you live, and that's okay. See, the problem is you have to understand the kinds of things that are available that a lot of companies, a lot of counties, cities, states have. They may or may not be where you live, but you have to do the work to find out. Otherwise, you'll go to Google, look for this stuff. No, it's not there, and then you'll give up. You can't. That's the worst sin in doing anything in life, is giving up. The people who get things done in life are the people who don't give up. So whether you use me, somebody else, or don't use me at all, that's fine. But you just don't give up. And that's the key. You'll find it. But you have to have that perseverance, and you get it knocked out of you, I think, because everybody on Google tells you how easy things are. And that's wrong. Most things that are really of value to you are not going to be easy to come by, okay? Oh, sure, there'll be a few easy things, and they're the ones, when I used to do infomercials, I get people who got it real easy and put them as a sample in my infomercial. That's American marketing, and that's what gets people open their wallets, and then they see it's working. Oh God, do I really have to, Mommy? Oh, really? Oh, I don't wanna. Johnny got it, and he didn't have to do this. So that's what's happening, and so we fall into that category because all the media tells us that. Okay, let's go down to it. Okay, here's the first one. The deadline is tonight. And I put this in here because that's what happens. The deadlines are coming and going all the time. That's why you have to be tuned into this stuff ahead of time. There's not just one bucket of grants, that are always there and you have to learn them because they'll be there all the way. No. And that doesn't happen that way. It's not one job that's always there. No. Jobs come and go, grants come and go and everything. So wherever you are in getting the help you need, you have to learn what's there now. See, now this is a program in Pennsylvania. They give $10,000 to low-income people to start businesses, okay? Sure, there's a lot of members like that, right? And the deadline is tonight. And it's going to be coming and going. There'll be other ones, okay? And that's why. So how do you find out things like this where you live? Okay, there's a number of ways to do it. I think the best way to start is go to sba.gov/local-assistance, okay? sba.gov/local-assistance. Now remember, if you're a Let's Go member help, we have a free report we send out. It's called Let's Go Meta Grants Report. This is a huge document you could download as PDF. And it has, probably like 30 or 40 important sources of, important problems in your life that require money. And we show you where to get that money in government and nonprofit organizations. So if you need to buy a car, okay, we've got a special report there. All the sources for buying a car. You need to pay your rent. Okay, we got a special report there of all the step-by-step of what to do to solve that. So that's what you want to get. And there's one for business. So it shows you this. Now, but if you don't have that, I don't want you to believe that you can't get anything without me or my stuff. Now that's stupid. And so I won't say that. I say stupid things a lot, but I try to catch myself because I think the other thing is the older I get, it's not so much trying to make people believe I have some magic, and that's what marketing is. I know something you don't know, and you better pay me now, or else you're gonna die. That's the marketing code. And that's now with everybody marketing, and there's so many ways to market, so everybody's learning that. And I don't want to do that, and that's why members here, we just help each other get through life. And that's what life is about. Us helping each other, not profiting from each other and getting life. We have to pay our way. We have to support ourselves, and that's what what we do with our money is, first of all, we pay me and other people work with me. We pay ourselves first, and then the rest we give back to members. So we give that back in grants. Last month we give out $95,000 in grants. This month we're giving out $75,000. It's usually 75. We just had a special month because of Valentine's Day. So that's what that was a special month for. So now we're back to $75,000, and you could we have 4 different grants. You could apply to each one, and you can win each one. You don't have to only win one as a member. You can make all of them. Okay, so you go to that sba.gov/local-assistance. Then you also go to eda.gov, put in there'll be a directory there. These are economic development offices, and that's what's available everywhere. See, these are offices, again, like I say, there's government offices that help you want to accomplish something that's good for society. You starting a business is good for society. Why? Because you create a job for yourself, you create a job for other people. So the government and nonprofit organizations want to help you do that. So they have free services to help you, to more or less kickstart you down, to get the expertise you need, to get the money you need, everything you need, the legal help, technical help, and all that. So that's what they are for. Okay, here's another interesting thing. Now, you have to be careful of scammers now are stealing grants. Okay, personal grants that you get from the government. Scammers have learned how to get the money before you do. Now, that's amazing to me, isn't it? And it's really the EBT cards, that we have for SNAP and other kind of programs like that. So you get it on like a debit card, EBT card, to get it. And they're able, when you use that card, they're able to steal your codes and everything, and they drain your account. Okay, now what's happening now is, thank God, a lot of states now are refunding their money. So if you have one of these cards and you're looking at, geez, I thought I had $3,000, now there's only 13 cents or whatever. Okay, you got scammed, and somebody took it out. And like they did a study in Massachusetts where 5,000 people over a period of 6 months with these cards lost $1.5 million. So man, you have a little scam that gets you $1.5 million. I mean, that's a pretty good scam, right? So people are going to do that. They're going to do that more and more. Now the government has to be smart in how they use these cards. And so they're, putting safeguards in this for now. But again, if you have a problem and you lost money on that card, call the office, like if it's Department of Agriculture or if it's for food stamps, that you call that office and see. If they don't help you, then you call your elected official and tell them, hey, I got ripped off and I need that money. Somebody stole it and you gave me the wrong thing to use to pay it. Why don't you just give me the cash? Then we wouldn't have this, right? So they did it. So they're taking responsibility. I don't know if every state is doing it, taking that responsibility, but most are. At least I see more and more doing it every day. So that's it. So that's that EBT card. And it's for, that goes to low-income people. I mean, people get a couple $1,000. That means a lot to a low-income person, so they're really hurting. So that's a scam. Okay, let's see. Now, also, here's another interesting thing. They're giving a lot of grants back from people who either pay rent or own real estate or housing. So if you live in a home or even if you rent a home, so what they're doing, the property tax on that building is given back. And this is goes by state or whatever, or even county sometimes, but usually by states, where they give you back part of that money. Okay, so you paid maybe $2,000-3,000 over the year in property taxes because you own a home. Well, they're giving you $1,000 back. Now, this is the one in Pennsylvania is for seniors and people with disabilities, okay? And it's for incomes up to $45,000. See, so many people, oh, I have to be destitute to get any of these programs. No, I mean, there's a program they're giving you $1,000 back, and as long as you make under $45,000, okay? And see, what they're doing it too, even if you're a renter, you could get it, because they don't want to give it to the landlord, because you're paying the landlord to pay the taxes, so they want to pay you back. So you get the money and not the landlord. So that's why even if you don't own property, if you're renting from somebody, you may be able to get that money back. So you want to check about what's in your state for property tax rebates and other things with the property taxes, because property taxes are going up all around the country. So there's a lot of programs now to make it easier for people to pay property taxes and to give rebates even to renters who are paying the landlord's property taxes when they pay the rent. So they get the money. Now that's pretty cool, isn't it? I never thought it would be so. And see, that used to be $650. Now it's up to $1,000 you get. And that's just in Pennsylvania. Everybody has something different. Okay, here's another one. There's $1 million of grant money available to train you to become an EMS professional, okay? Emergency medical, okay? They don't require degrees for this, and they're hurting for this so much. I mean, these are programs where you can make up to like $70,000 a year, doing this work. And they're great jobs. Actually, a distant kind of relative I met at a gathering recently is the doctor in charge of North Carolina for EMS. And he said, we are hurting for people to be EMS technicians. It's emergency medical stuff, ride in the ambulance to help people and stuff like that. They need people, so they're giving you money to train so you could get, and they're high-paying jobs, up to, $70,000 a year. That's pretty good without a degree nowadays. So that's what you want to look at. You want to go where the need is. Where the need is, and the government needs that, they're going to put money to attract people there. And that's why you always attract people with money, right? You're looking for a grant. So I attract you with my hand. I know about grants. And that's interesting. And so it's important that you know about these things. Now, how do you get this where you live? Because this is... Oh, where the heck was it? In Pennsylvania again. Boy, Pennsylvania, busy little state. Yeah, that governor is really putting out the benefits. But here's what you do to find out about this and other programs that will pay you, to get the skills, because they need people. That is going on so much in our country. Biden is putting so much money into these kinds of programs so that we have more people trained to provide the services we need, to grow as a country. And how do you find out? 2 ways, 3 ways really. One is you go to careeronestop.org. careeronestop.org. You go there, and by the way, don't forget, all these programs I'm talking about now, they'll be in the description, below on YouTube, so you could get the links if you want the specific ones. But to find out what the specific ones where you are, remember, careeronestop.org. Call, you put in your zip code, there's an office for your county, you make an appointment and talk to them belly to belly. The other thing is your local community college will have programs like this. They get money from the government to train people, and there's even programs that give you money to live on while you're training and things like this. There's so much money for you to get a better job now. It's amazing. So that's the second place, the community college, and call and talk to a counselor. Call and talk to a counselor. Call and talk to a counselor. Don't think you know what it is by reading the internet. God damn, no, that's the internet, man, remember? Talk to people. They know what it really means. And so make sure you do that. And the third place is to go to Find Help. FINDHELP.org. You only want to go to, you don't know what you're doing, and most of us don't until we're in the business for many, many years, is only go to websites that are .org or .gov. They're the people that don't charge you anything. .com has to charge you, okay? And that's the only way out of it. So make sure you do that. There's 3 places to get a better job. Okay, here's another thing that I think this is in Arizona now. They're paying caregivers, family caregivers. You have a grandma, child, husband, or wife or something, that you have to be the caregiver. And a lot of that going on in our country now, where they're paying the family caregiver $15 an hour to be caregivers, okay? So you don't have to hire people. You got people that love you doing it, okay? And that's sort of cool. But every state has this, of some kind. Full, how much varies from state to state. But here's a good national a link to find out about what's going on in your state, because it has all the states listed and who to contact. Okay, caregiver.org, okay? Caregiver.org, and that's important. Caregiver.org, and look for services by state, okay? Caregiver.org. Thank you very much. And, thank you, Dwayne. Are you trans? Well, I don't think so. We're all something on that spectrum somewhere, right? We all have a little bit of everything. I guess it depends how much. So just come in that grants do we? Let's go. So just came in. What grants do we have? Well, I have. I've been studying this grants for 48 years. So I think I'm probably actually, for the average person, the best person in the world. I don't specialize in grants where people need $10 million to do something or whatever. That you need a lot more brain power than I'll ever have. I'm trying to show the average person that you don't have to know how to write a grant, and you can get an average of $22,000 per family every year in this country. And that's what the grants I specialize in. So they're grants for living expenses, buying houses, starting businesses, getting out of debt, paying bills, stuff like that, getting a job. That's what I specialize in. And there's gazillion ways to do that, okay? And like I say, if you want to get a taste of what the kinds of things that are available to you where you live, go to 211.org or findhelp.org. I like findhelp.org better. And put in your zip code, and you'll see all the categories and the kinds of helps the better. Another way to do it is go to chat.openai.com, or now Bard is now called, oh God, I forget the name of it. I forget. It's one of those things, I know it, one of those words that dropped out of the back of my head here. No, I don't. Anyway, whatever Bard is called now, they changed the name of it. Anybody know what it is? Anything for point? It's in every state, every city, every state, and everything. This is national stuff. I mean, the programs are local, but they're there in every state, in every city, and whatever. So the money, most of it is federal, but then it's substituted. I mean, increased by local. So it is everywhere. So that's why you have to do that. So, okay, as a $15 an hour for a caregiver, family caregiver. Now, here's something interesting, too. I want to show you. And this is in where I grew up, in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. The congressman there is doing a free seminar on government grants, okay? So, and so he says, we're proud to host this seminar and give the community a space to connect with my office and me to learn about all the government programs that are available for them. Okay? Says Pashinski. That's a good Polish name, like where I grew up. It's wonderful that Pennsylvanians have access to a plethora of different services. However, that can also act as a double-edged sword because they may not know every service available to them due to how many are out there. You hear that? That's what I do, okay? I'm just not a congressman. And what happens is the congressmen call me up and tell me where the hell they are. It's complicated for any one person to know. I was glad to help, but that worry, I was glad to put that worry to ease yesterday. Pashinski and his staff of his office spoke to everybody from the property tax rebate program in Pennsylvania, the Yellow Dot program to recovering unclaimed property in Pennsylvania, the LEAP program, LEHEAP, that's the home heating assistance program. Okay, so that's 3 he talked about. Okay, we have a report. If you remember, we give you a listing of 500 grants for your state, every state. So if you remember, you could download 50 states if you want them and give them to friends. I don't care. I want people to know about this stuff, and that's the important thing. You're all paying for this, not just me. And so everybody is, and everybody should know this. And particularly if you can't afford even me, which is only $20, you need it even more. So that's why I want to make sure everybody gets this stuff. For home buyers, yes. Home buyers. Okay. The most important part of my job, this is the congressman talking, is connecting with those in my community who put their trust in me every day to go and do the right thing by them, whether it be in Harrisburg or here at home. Yesterday gave me an opportunity to do exactly that, and I look forward to having more events like these in the future. So you see that the congressman, I've been to a lot of these seminars with the congressman, depends on where you live, what programs they're talking about. Everything is an important piece. No one thing is everything. But how do you find your elected official? Very easily. You go to commoncause.org. So you go to commoncause.org, okay, and you put in your zip code, and you'll get all your elected officials. Now, you're going to have 10, 15 elected officials because it's the federal. Well, actually, they show you the president, but don't call them. They can't help you. You have 2 senators. You call both of them. 1 congressperson. You call that person. Then the rest is state, and even local. So that's what I really want to join one of your programs. What do I get? Some free government money. Thanks, Scott. The program, if you want to join it, it's at letsgohelp.com, letsgohelp.com. It's $20. If we screw up, I'll give you money back. If you don't think it's worthwhile, I don't want anybody to have anything, that isn't of value to them. I don't want people to, think I'm just a slick salesman. Maybe I am, according to some people, but I'll stand by everything I say. You don't think I was truthful? Fine, because I stretch. I have lots of hyperboles, and because that's to get your attention. If I came in here on a blue suit and a tie and said, well, the government's very important, and it has a lot of programs for you to do things, and I'm here to help you do. I know. You got so much stuff in front of you. And don't. Hey, did you know you get a house for $1? I first got to get your attention. I was a computer science professor for a few years before I got into this business, because I have an MBA in computers back from the 70s. And I found out that, man, I couldn't teach anybody anything if I couldn't keep them awake. And that's why I used the idiot part of me to try to keep people awake so I could teach them stuff. And that's now called marketing. Here's an interesting thing, another grant. Okay, we have a lot of animals out there that need homes, right? Okay, now what they're doing is giving people grants. And because a lot of people aren't getting animals, because, they want an animal to pet deposit, right? And these pet deposits are like up to $600. Well, now there's communities giving out grants, so they get rid of the stray animals. So you adopt these animals and get them off the street, okay? So they give you a grant. You say, well, it's a money problem. See, the government likes throwing money at things. So if $600 is stopping you from getting an animal, well, here's $600. And this is happening in San Antonio. Okay, how do you find out stuff like that where you live? Okay, again, you go to that magic website, findhelp.org. Because that's a website that gives you for the England, what grants for the England boss? I have nothing overseas. Everything I have is Swag. I do have swag. And I see people are interested. Let'sGoClothes.com. If you want some Let's Go swag. You want that one? That's available there. It's like $30-$40 or something. And that's, if you're interested in swag. And I think I put it up a couple of years ago. I lost interest again. I didn't think anybody was interested. But now maybe so. And so I'm going to maybe promote it a little more. I keep buying stuff like this. So the stuff I buy and wear, I say, hey, you can buy a copy of this. As a show some essay grants. I don't know what an essay is. Sorry, I don't. San Antonio. I just told you one. The Adopt an Animal grant is in San Antonio. How do you like that? And you thought there wasn't anything. So what you have to do is go, you have to go searching, and don't use Google. Use, chat.openai.com. Put in there, I'm looking for grants, and then put in, I'm looking for grants from nonprofit organizations or government offices to help with living expenses. Okay, that's one way, or to help with business. And then ask, please include websites. Okay, how can I get a job online? Man, Timothy, there's so much. Go to Indeed.com, INDEED.com, and put a work at home, okay? And you'll see a million of them. There's no magic, it's just, who aggregates them to be able to use it, okay? And that's what it is, okay? And then also, if you have any problem with that, there's two places to help you with that. One is the careeronestop.org, careeronestop.org, and you put in your zip code, and you'll be a free professional there to help you with other programs, because you could get free training to get a better job and things like that, and all the kind of, and they'll show you about other programs to have money to live on while you're doing that, okay? And that's important. Then the other one is Americas, AMERICAS, and then SBDC.org. So that's Americas, AMERICAS, and then another S, SBDC.org. And you put in your zip code and talk to a professional. Say, hey, I'm trying to make money at home. I need help. If you have any problems, they may know money programs to help you that, or particularly give you money help on how to deal with sharks on the internet and trying to get money from you because you're trying to make money, or how to deal with taxes or legal help or any of that stuff. You get for free. Don't go to Google and look for that help, because you're just going to get somebody who's going to charge you a lot of money for something you could get for free. Free. Well, I hope we get back on live soon at Let's Go Help 2. You see, when you join Let's Go Help, you really belong to two websites. One is on Facebook, and the other one is on a network called Mighty Network, and that's pretty good. And that's where we do most of the work, and that's where all our grant applications are there. So as soon as you join, make sure you join. You put your application in for the current month of our 4 grants. If you don't win this one, then if you don't win all 4, then you keep applying every month, because we're doing this every month, to give out money. And business is good, so we won't stop this for a while, I'm sure. In my description, are you going to share the link? Yes, in YouTube, I'll have all these links as soon as I push the button. I'll put that, there's like 7 or 8 websites I'll put in there, okay? I just started seeing you on YouTube. I don't know if you left, but I'm glad I found you again. Don't know if I left. What I left? I leave you come, Carlos? I said, I'm in India. Please come. One of India's, please. I've been to India, VJ. Really enjoyed it. Worked with some people over there. I was over there about 2 weeks or something like that. I had so much energy being there, because all the crap we have in America, you don't have a lot of that stuff yet, but you're developing. I guess maybe you'll get there. So be careful. But It was nice. Looking for grants for my nonprofit to start a transition housing for foster teens. Great idea. Here's what you do. Here's where to start. You want to get help from a free mentor that will help you think through on how to do what you want to do. You get that by going to sba.gov/local-assistance. Okay, all in small letters, okay? sba.gov/local-assistance. And you make an appointment with 2-3 at least people there. Oh, Carlos, throw money at me. Oh, man, I love catching that. Went to a medical clinic. Do you have their grants that can help me make? Yes, okay, same place, Carlos. What I would start is starting any kind of venture. These are people that are mentors to people who want to start stuff that's going to create income, jobs, or anything for one person or 1,000 persons. Okay, that's the sba.gov/local-assistance. And you don't just call one, because if one doesn't help you, you call another one. You keep calling till you get somebody and you learn how they could help you, okay? And that's the important thing. And what else do we have? Okay, I hope we get back on Let's Go Help tomorrow. They told me yesterday, so now I'm hoping today, but we'll be there soon, or I'll find another way to do it. That's what it is. If one thing doesn't work, you don't go home and say you can't do anything. No, you just got to find another way to do it. That's how things happen. Things don't happen from you do nothing or have it easy. If it's easy, everybody would do it. So no, that's what I see when we do at Let's Go Help, is helping members helping members. So we got thousands of people there helping each other struggle through this nonsense. You know, it may be easy, but most likely it won't be. So you're going to have to roll up your sleeves. Indiana is bad about not wanting to give any. Well, everybody says that about their state when they don't get anything. And it's true in every state, but not for everything. That's the key. You know, if one blonde woman doesn't go out and doesn't want to date you, doesn't mean all blonde ladies don't want to date you. You just asked the wrong one. Same way with grants. Same way with getting a job. If you went and knocked on the door for a job, and said, "Oh, not hiring," that doesn't mean everybody's not hiring. No, that's just that they're not hiring. And you have to be clever and industrious enough to keep finding others. And that's why I love lists. Lists like findhelp.com. I mean, if you need money to pay rent, you could go there and you'll probably, for your zip code, there'll be 20, 30, 40, 50. There's 78 organizations in my zip code that help people with rent. Now, one of those are going to date you. Or that's a lot of possibilities anyway. I can't guarantee anything. Nobody can. Only people giving out the money can guarantee. So if they're not a person really writing checks, nobody can guarantee it. And that's why everybody on the internet said they're going to get you a grant. Yeah, they can't guarantee that. Nobody can. Okay, that's just stupid. Okay, see you later, guys. Can't wait to get up tomorrow and do this again.